Today, I want to talk about MBA application essays. Your essays are one of the only portions of your application that you completely can control the narrative and show your personality. Although you can study and retake several times, your GMAT or GRE score speaks for itself. Your work experience, community service record, and academic transcripts cannot be changed at this point. Your influence on letters of recommendation is limited. You can tell your references what characteristics, projects, and skills you'd like them to emphasize, but ultimately, they will say what they want, how they want. Here are my tips on essays based on my own journey. Number one, work on your essays when you have solidified childcare. Whether you have someone take your child or children out of the house for set time periods to allow you to work on your essays uninterrupted, or if you have a childcare provider come to your home while you work on your essays in a quiet space. The point is to find a place where you can focus 100%. I made the mistake of trying to work on some of my essays while Naya was running around the house. In the beginning, I had trouble making substantial progress because Naya, bless her heart, kept interrupting me. Mommy, I need a snack. Mommy, I have to go potty. Mommy, mommy, mommy. It was hard to get into a flow sometimes. It took me nearly a month to make the necessary adjustments so Naya could be taken care of while I worked on my essays. By the time I was finished, I had written 7 to 8 drafts over the course of 6 months, and I was ready to submit. So make sure you give yourself time to review your essays, put them away, and come back to prepare a new draft with fresh eyes. Just know this could take several weeks or even months. Another word of advice, if you're going to send your essays to people for feedback, send an essay or two to someone who doesn't know much about the MBA application process. Send your essays without the question or prompt and ask the reviewer to identify the question. If they're able to identify the prompt, then you've done a great job actually answering the question. If not, it's a red flag and you definitely have more work to do. Avoid the temptation to answer the question you wish you were asked and stick to the actual prompt. Additionally, try not to have too many cooks in the kitchen. If you're going to send your essay out for feedback, limit the number of people you send it to, because the last thing you want is multiple different opinions and perspectives. This can lead to indecision and unnecessary delays in your writing process. My final piece of advice is to be authentic. Don't try to write what you think admissions representatives want to hear. Honestly, the MBA admissions process is a black box. There is no simple formula for getting into your dream school. So I recommend that you be yourself and let your personality shine through, whether you're talking about your short and long-term career goals or your most significant accomplishment. Personally, I struggled with whether to write about Naya and Shafiq in my essays. This is a topic we've discussed on the blog in the past few weeks. Ultimately, if you truly believe that talking about your kids will hurt your application, then don't. The last thing you want is to second guess yourself or have regrets about what you wish you had or had not written in your essays. I did not want to have any regrets, so I wrote about my kids in all of my essays, where appropriate. Everything I'm doing right now is to improve their quality of life. It was important for me to talk about them in my essays because they are a part of who I am. If, like me, you are going through moments of writer's block, just think about your kiddos and let them be your motivation. Thanks for watching. Peace and blessings.